With the VForm trainer, our design intent and all our design effort has resulted in the product. Not a product, not a suite of products, but the product that will bring resistance training to the home. Vitruvian is working towards a new way of training, an algorithmic way of training. The instigation to start down this process of a connected, engaging, scientific piece of training equipment was really just my own use of weight training equipment. I had some weight sets in my office which I'd use when markets were quiet, and at lunch breaks I'd go and do some personal training. There seemed like there should be a better way. Surely we could make a machine that when you work out against it, it changes the weights so that you're always working to the way that you should. Surely it should collect that data and report it back to you. Surely I could connect with my personal trainer through this equipment, and surely that would be engaging and interesting and really effective. And turns out, actually, yeah, it is. You can do it. And here we are doing it right now.
The Form Trainer is constantly adapting to the user as they use the device. We have a number of ways that we try and figure out how well the user is performing that exercise. So if we think they're struggling, we can take some weight off. And if we think they're doing well, we add more weight on. And there's sort of a number of metrics we use for that, like the position throughout the rep range and also the velocity and force that's currently applied to the device.
The core functionality of VForm Trainer is electromagnetic resistance. So out of the unit come two cables, and those cables are connected to rotary drums. Those drums are connected to some electronics, and the electronics varies the tension on the cable by putting a varying torque on those drums.
When we do regular resistance training, if you think about if you're at the gym or you have weights at home, normally you have to kind of commit to a weight and do your set of exercises in that weight. Whereas if you're training on the VForm, the weight customizes to where you are training on that day. So the weight can increase and decrease to every single rep during your session. So this means that you can push harder if you need to, you can step back if you need to, and that means our training sessions are way more effective.
The key to making the VForm Trainer a very effective piece of training equipment for you is that it adapts to your own strength and your own abilities. You need to adapt to it as well. And the way it adapts to you is if the weight in your hands is too heavy for you to lift, it'll slowly lower that weight so that you can complete a rep. And when you pause at the top, it'll only load enough weight to make your handle move, and it won't load anymore. So it's constantly loading and deloading to enable your musculature to find its optimal tension.
The VForm offers so many different types of movements, so many different types of actions, and I'm personally such a big fan of this because I think variety is such an important part of your training. You literally have a gym right in front of you. There is, hundreds of different exercises you can do. There's a whole rack of weights you can do, like your deadlifts, your bench presses, your RDLs, your squats, but then there's also a whole bunch of really cool exercises that we've developed on the VForm that are unique to the VForm machine. It's really exciting to be able to just experience a whole lot of different movement and really challenge your fitness, challenge your strength in all areas.
One of my greatest joys is inducting new trainees onto the platform. People who've never used it before, never seen it before, they come into our office and they feel the force load for the first time because it's quite unexpected. You see it's perfectly repeatable. Everyone who gets on it, you see it in their eyes, they instantly understand. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that's going to work. Oh, that's going to be really effective. And there's a moment where people's eyes light up. That's my favourite moment.
Okay. Did you see that? Did you see that? No. Yo.
Oh, this is a workout. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I really like how it feels.
I'd love for everyone to just be able to have one, and this sort of to be how you train at home. It's just such a straight up upgrade over using barbells or dumbbells, that this is the way that people should be training.
When our first prototype was assembled, put together, all the ideas that we'd been thinking about for years came together in one physical unit, and we were able to start using it. All of a sudden I knew we'd found it. We'd found it. We'd found a benefit. I foresee a world where there is a fitness network of connected hardware training devices, and that network can be millions of units strong, and it's going to enable people to connect in all sorts of ways and train in all sorts of ways. Whatever they want to achieve, they're going to be able to train in that way and get the best benefit and best results that they can through the Vitruvian network. We know we've got hardware right, we know we've got product right, we know we're going to be able to deliver an amazing UI, user interface and user experience. We are on point. This is happening. There is no doubt in my mind that this decade will be the story of robotics delivering on its promise to the world.